Hello students, welcome to the video class for the subject Basic Electrical Engineering, and this subject is for first semester diploma engineering students. So today's topic is AC through resistance, inductance and capacitance. So we will discuss about AC through pure inductance, pure resistance, pure capacitance alone, one by one. Okay, so see that in the previous classes we discussed about the phase angle and phase difference between two waveforms. Okay, between two alternating EMF waveform or between two alternating voltage and current waveform. Okay, so here we will discuss about the what is the phase angle introduced between alternating voltage and current when the circuit contain resistance only or inductance only or capacitance only. So each case we will study one by one, and in each case we will assume that we are given the alternating voltage having equation E is equal to Em sin omega t. So this is the supply which is given, alternating voltage supply. Okay, so let's we will start or we will begin from AC through pure ohmic resistance alone. So see, this is the circuit, this is the resistance which is supplied by the AC alternating voltage, that is V is equal to Vm sin omega t, or you can write V is equal to Vm sin theta also. Okay, this is the applied voltage, and this is connected through this closed path, closed circuit, and here I amount of current is flowing through this path. Okay, so voltage across this resistance is VR, current through this resistance is I. See, R is equal to ohmic resistance, and I, small I, this represent instantaneous current. So the applied voltage has to supply ohmic voltage drop only. Okay, ohmic voltage drop. Ohmic voltage drop means if this is a resistance, here only ohmic voltage drop is occurred. So in this resistance and across this resistance, ohmic voltage drop V is equal to I into R. This is the ohmic voltage drop. So putting the value of V, this is the V given, Vm sin omega t and Vm sin theta. So Vm sin theta or Vm sin omega t equal to I into R, and I is equal to Vm by R into sin omega t. So here I is the maximum when sin omega t is unity. That means when this term is 1, then I is equal to Vm by R, and this is the maximum value of I. So it is represented like Im is equal to Vm by R. Okay, and this second equation 2 becomes small I equal to Im sin omega t, where Im is equal to Vm by R. Okay, so by comparing this equation 1 and equation 2, we found that the alternating voltage and current are in phase with each other. This is shown here. This is the voltage waveform, and this is the current waveform. Okay, these two are in phase with each other. Okay, so it is also shown vectorially by vector Vr and I. Okay, so in vector representation, if the reference axis with if the reference line is like this, if this is our this is our VR axis, then current is also in this line. That means I is in phase with VR. Okay, the voltage and current are in same phase. Okay, so see in this case, the instantaneous power is given by P is equal to V into I. V is the instantaneous voltage, I is the instantaneous current. So V, in case of V, we can put Vm sin omega t. In case of I am sin omega t. So Vm I am sin square omega t. So Vm I am, this is sin square omega t. This is the formula for sin square theta. That is 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2. So 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. So Vm I am by 2 minus Vm I am by 2 cos 2 omega t. So the power consists of a constant part, that is Vm Im by 2, and a fluctuating part, that is Vm Im by 2 cos 2 omega t, of frequency double that of voltage and current waves. Okay, so for a complete cycle, the average value of Vm Im by 2 cos 2 omega 2 is 0. So the power for the whole cycle, that is the Vm Im by 2. So this is actually taken for power. Okay. So the power equation is Vm Im by 2, that is the Vm by root 2 into Im by root 2. So P is equal to V into I. Here V is the RMS value of applied voltage. This is the Vm by root 2. This is the RMS value. Im by root 2. This is the RMS value. So capital V is the RMS voltage. Capital I is the RMS current. Okay. So this is represented by this figure. See. This is the voltage Vm sin omega t waveform, and this is the current I is equal to Im sin omega t waveform, and this is for power. Okay, see, the average power is represented in between this region Vm Im by 2, and the fluctuating part, that is your this is the whole part Vm Im into cos 2 omega t. Okay, so actually this power represented as Vm Im sin square omega t. This is up to this level. Okay, this is, so in this part here, the constant part represented up to this one. Okay, if this is Vm Im by 2, that means the whole is the Vm into Im. Okay, clearly understood about this. So it is seen from this figure that no part of the power cycle becomes negative at any time. So in other words, in a purely resistive circuit, power is never zero. So this is so because the instantaneous value of voltage and current are always either both positive or negative, and hence the product is always positive. Okay, this is all about power. So this is all about your AC through pure resistance. Okay, so the next part is AC through pure inductance, or AC through your pure inductance alone. So here the circuit diagram is given. This is the inductor L, and this is the supply voltage V is equal to Vm sin omega t. This supply voltage is given to this inductor through this path, through this circuit. Here current flowing through this circuit is I. Okay, so AC through pure inductance alone. So whenever a alternating voltage, this is the alternating voltage V is equal to Vm sin omega t, is applied to a purely inductive coil. This is the purely inductive coil L. L is the inductor. A back EMF is produced due to the self inductance of the coil. The back EMF at every step opposes the rise or fall of current through the coil. Okay, so as there is no ohmic voltage drop, the applied voltage has to overcome this self-induced EMF only. So at every step, V is equal to L di by dt, and supply is the V is equal to Vm sin omega t. That means this L di by dt, this is the back EMF. Okay, which this much amount of EMF has to overcome. This much amount of EMF the applied voltage has to overcome this much amount of self-induced EMF. Okay, only. So here Vm sin omega t is equal to L di by dt. So from this expression, di is equal to Vm by L sin omega t dt, and then by integrating both sides, I is equal to Vm by L sin omega t dt integration. So this is your is equal to Vm by omega L sine omega t minus pi, or we can write Vm by XL sine omega t minus pi by 2. Okay. See, this expression is after integration we have to find we have to we have to derive this expression, we have to find out the integration. Okay, so Vm by L into cos t. Okay, cos t. So this cos t, how you find this cos t? That is equal to Vm by omega L. This is here. See, this is Vm by L sine omega t into dt. This is equal to Vm by L cos t and integration for this omega t, it is here divided by omega comes here. So this is the Vm by omega L, this is the sine omega t minus pi by 2, that is equal to this omega L is represented by Vm by XL sine omega t minus pi by 2. So maximum value of I, that is equal to Im is equal to Vm by omega L when sine omega t minus pi by 2 is unity. When this term is unity, then only we have to we get the maximum value of I. Okay, that is Vm by omega L. So the equation of current becomes I is equal to Im sine omega t minus pi by 2. Okay, see here the voltage equation is V is equal to Vm sine omega t, but the current is Im into sine omega t minus pi by 2. Mark this Im expression. So we find that if applied voltage is this Vm sine omega t, then the current flowing in a purely inductive circuit is Im sine omega t minus pi by 2. Okay. So see, this is the phasor diagram. This is the voltage reference line from this started from origin. So minus pi by 2. After pi by 2 lagging, current waveform is started. So from after pi by 2, this is the pi by 2 position. So after pi by 2, current waveform is generated, is drawn from this. This is Im sine omega t minus pi by 2. Okay. So if from this we clearly found out that current lags behind the applied voltage, that means it is like this. If this is applied voltage, this is V, then current lags behind like this. This is the I. Okay, so current lag, and this is for general, but for purely inductance, in case of purely inductance case, the current lags this V by an angle 90 degree. Okay, this is V and this is the 90 degree. This is the vector diagram. So current lags behind the voltage, applied voltage by a quarter cycle or by 90 degree, or the phase difference between the two is pi by 2 with voltage leading. So vector diagram, the vector diagram is this one. See, this is the vector diagram. This is VL and current is lagging by an angle 90 degree. Okay, so see, in case in vector diagram, this is the vector diagram VL. This is for purely inductance case and this is the normal inductance case. Okay. So here voltage has been taken along the reference axis, and we have seen that Im is equal to Vm by omega L or Vm by XL, where omega L play the part of resistance. Okay, so it is called actually inductive reactance XL of the coil, and it is given in ohm if L is in Henry and omega is in radian per second. So XL is the inductive reactance, that is equal to omega L, that is equal to 2 pi FL, because omega is 2 pi F. So it is seen that XL depends directly on frequency, because XL is equal to 2 pi FL. So XL directly depends on frequency of the voltage. Okay, so higher the value of frequency, greater the reactance offered. Okay, so in this case, power, instantaneous power, again V into I. Actually this is into I, like this, V into I. Okay, that is equal to Vm Im sin t into sin actually this is Vm sin omega t into Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. Okay, so that is equal to Vm Im sin t into cos t. The instantaneous power is V into I, that is equal to Vm into Im sin omega t into sin omega t minus pi by 2. So let us take this omega t as t. So this is represented like Vm Im sin t into cos t. Okay, this is represented as Vm Im by 2 sin 2t. Okay, so this is all about you studied in trigonometry. So you just solve this expression by using trigonometric formula, and you finally found out that power for whole cycle, that is equal to minus Vm Im by 2 integration 0 to 2 pi sin 2 omega t d omega dt, sin 2 omega t dt is equal to 0. So it is found that the average demand of power from the supply for a complete cycle is 0. So it is seen that the power wave is a sine wave of frequency double that of voltage and current wave, and the maximum value of instantaneous power is Vm Im by 2. Okay, and here the average demand of power from the supply for a complete cycle is 0. So this is about your AC through pure inductance. And now let's go to AC through pure capacitance. See, you just see here what happens here. This is the supply, this is one capacitor. When supply is given to this capacitor through this circuit, I amount of current is flowing through this capacitor. So when alternating voltage is applied to the plate of a capacitor, capacitor is charged first in one direction and then in the opposite direction. So here B is equal to potential difference developed between plates at any instant. Q is equal to charge on plates at that instant. Q is equal to C into V. So C into V is the Vm sin omega t. So that is Q is equal to C into Vm sin omega t. Okay, so this is the now current I is given by the rate of flow of charge. So I is equal to dq by dt. Okay, that is equal to d by dt of C Vm sin omega t. Okay, that is equal to, if we solve this expression, C into Vm is a constant, so let's take to the left side, then derivative of sin omega t, that is taken as the cos t. Okay, or that I is equal to, we can write Vm divided by 1 by C cos omega t, or we can write Vm divided by 1 by C sin omega t. Wait a minute. So this is all about the expression for current in case of AC through capacitance only. So this is the, if this is the voltage waveform, that is V is equal to Vm sin omega t, then we have found I is equal to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. So if it is plus pi by 2, that means it is if its origin is here, then the origin for this I waveform is somewhere here. Okay, this is the origin somewhere here, and this is the pi by 2. Okay, that means see here, this is the origin, which is ahead of 90 degree. Okay, so this is, if this is a voltage waveform, and this is, if this is the 0 position of B, then this should be the 0 position for I, and this is, in this case here, I is thus Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. That means here current leads the voltage by 90 degree. Okay, so this, and here Im is equal to Vm by 1 by omega c, that is equal to Vm by Xc, and this Xc is the capacitive reactance. Okay, this is known as capacitive reactance and its unit is in ohm. So if C is in farad and omega is in radian per second. Okay, so here if applied voltage is Vm sin omega t, then the current is Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. Clear? So the phase difference between voltage and current is pi by 2 with current leading. Okay, so the next the last here also. Okay, so you see here also the average demand of power from the supply is 0, as in case of pure inductive circuit. So it is seen that here power wave is a sine wave of frequency double that of voltage and current waves, and the maximum value of instantaneous power is Im divided by 2. So this is the maximum value of instantaneous power. So this is all about your AC through pure capacitance and pure inductance and pure resistance. Okay, so this is all about all the details of theory. Just go through this video thoroughly, and in the next class we will discuss some numericals related to this part. Okay, thank you.